All right, so our conversation got a little long. So here's part two. I think that I'm thinking about when I used to date.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Tell us about that, Madison.
You know, I technically met my husband online.
Okay.
Zanga, if you know, you know. That's
know.
how I initially met him. But he pursued me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he pursued me. I did not pursue him. Trust me. That's not what happened. He did not give up. He is like, she is going to date me. Like, and I had options.
Yeah, you did.
There was variety of
A lot
options.
of roster.
Yes.
I love a roster.
He'll
yes.
tell you. But he pursued me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes, like for strong women, like I can tell you're a strong woman, you're a strong woman. Do you feel like nowadays, what I'm seeing is I feel like men don't pursue women anymore. Like men have lost that masculine touch to go and pursue a woman. My husband pursued me. If he didn't, we would not be together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know. My mom always makes a joke. There was him and there was this other guy that was trying to date me. And my mom always says that I said, let the best man win. Now, I don't believe I said
Period.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I may have said that, but I don't think I did. And
Hey, Michael. Hey.
Michael proved to be the best man. I mean, he was like, yeah, okay. Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he definitely pursued me. And I'm not in the dating scene now, but I do have an 18-year-old who I have questioned all of her male decisions to this point. But what I've noticed from the guys that she has dated or the guys that I've met, they definitely lack that masculine energy. I'm pretty sure my 15-year-old could have beat most of them up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So do you think, like, when you're in this dating scene, you guys are online, is that something you're looking for? Like, can you tell when they don't bring that masculine energy? They're not chasing you.
Yes.
You're having to chase them down.
Yes. It's like these men also want husbands. And I'm like, listen, we can't both be the man in the relationship. I have to be the man in every area of my life. Well, I mean, I get to be the man in every area of my life. If you want to take up that role in my life, earn it. Earn it.
Yeah.
I'm my own provider. I live in my own apartment in my own city by myself. I pay my own bills. That's what I do. If you want to take up a portion of my life, if you want my time, because time is the most valuable thing that I have.
Yeah.
Just in general, I'm relational, very relational person. I love quality time as my top love language. If you want my time, if I'm giving you my time, I'm loving you. I love you so much. If you want my valuable time, earn it. Earn it. Mm-hmm. And I'm in a little bit of a different scenario because my siblings and I are all around the same age, right? I have a 17-year-old brother, almost 20-year-old brother. My sister's 23, I'm 22. And my sister got engaged recently to her wonderful fiance. And I got to watch men, multiple men, chase the heck out of my sister. Like, everyone from someone that was like 6 years older than her, someone else was in this military guy, now her current fiance, just watched every single man that my sister has ever like been even remotely like, just these men like literally chase her. Almost, I heard the story of one that literally chased her because he saw her singing at church one day and was like, yeah, that's gonna be my wife, and so I'm gonna like do all these things. Obviously he was
That
not.
is so creepy.
He was not.
That's mine.
That's
that one
mine.
Right there.
But I have watched them chase, and my sister at the end of the day has been always the one to be like, I'm not interested in you. Thanks, but no thanks. My sister always ended the relationships. She was never broken up with. She was always the one who broke up with people. And so I do know.
Spirit animal.
No, seriously, this is my sister just in like 10 years. I told her this earlier. But to watch that, I know that there are men out there that chase. And so why would I settle for someone that was not absolutely obsessed with me? Mm-hmm. Like, why would I settle for that? Like, you are going to chase me. You are going to pursue me. Like, kind of like Madison, like, may the best man win. And
good luck to you.
And if you don't want to fight for me, how do I know you're not going to fight for a marriage?
Right.
Like, you're choosing me in dating. You have saying yes to one is saying no to everyone else. Are you gonna say no to everyone else? Like, and you have to continue to chase and pursue me because there's going to be other girls that come by and they're going to be gorgeous. They're going to be talented. They're going to be successful. How do I know that you're intentionally obsessed in pursuing me no matter what? Mm-hmm. Like, right. It's just, it's, past behavior indicates future performance. Just saying. I want to hear what you want to. I know you want to say something, and so I want to hear it because I feel like you're about to either disagree with me or I don't know. I'm nervous. Go ahead.
No, I hear what you're saying, and
Okay.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I do think that the more time passes, the less we have men who are masculine, who are pursuers.
Yeah.
I do think that. However, I do think that part of that is because we have developed a culture of women who are masculine women. Now, we can have an entire conversation about why that might be. It's kind of that what came first, the chicken or the egg kind of conversation.
Yeah.
But I will say that there probably are more men who would be pursuers if there wasn't a precedence of men ending up on social media for going and asking a girl her name and her trying to ruin his entire life by putting him on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like there are women out there who are very toxic, and they have not helped us in that arena because now you have men who don't want to put their freedom on the line by somebody misconstruing just them coming up to you and showing interest with someone being a creeper.
Yeah.
Now, there are people who are absolutely creepers. But I do believe that we have had somewhat of a hand in the fact that a lot of men don't pursue women in the way that they used to. Now, we can't take all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to entertain a man who's not going to pursue me. I understand all of the concerns and things that come with that, but you're still called to be the one to pursue. You're still supposed to go after the thing that you want, like you said about Michael. So for me, I'm not entertaining anyone who doesn't value me enough to chase after me, because to your point, how do I know that you will fight for me when we're in this together and when things get hard? Again, I'm really big on if I can trust myself to you, both my heart and my safety. I'm really big on that. Like that's two things that are very important to me. And if you don't show me in your pursuit of me just to get to know me that you can fight for me in that regard, I know you won't fight for me in these other arenas that are way harder. So I do think that that men have the responsibility, and I think that there are still men out there like that.
Yeah.
I really do. But I do think that there is a level of fear for a lot of them to do that because of the way that some women have responded, which has been poor. So I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do think that the full perspective is that we both sides have contributed to why things are the way that they are.
Yeah, which is now why I think women have to intentionally open themselves up more to making sure that they aren't quote unquote scaring men away, which is like terrible because I'm now like, you see those TikToks where it's like, make sure you have like open body language. Shut up. Why is this so difficult?
It is difficult. I have to
didn't even
think
know that
about
was
the
the
same
thing.
thing.
Oh yeah. Must be nice. Must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be.
I have very unopen body language. I was actually sharing that the other day, how like I don't very often get hit on. My husband was like, yes, you do. And I was like, I'm not very warm and inviting. And he was like, you do get hit on, remember? I was like, yeah, by like 80-year-old men.
And they're the ones who don't care.
They're the only people who hit on me.
People who do not even care.
Those are the ones, I'm telling you. And he sits and laughs while they do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like freaking out. Like, there was one time one guy was like standing over me. And he got closer. And he was like, he had his hand on my shoulder. And Michael was like right there. And he was like laughing.
Wow.
I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'd step in if it got weird.
It's not weird yet.
Does it get weird? What is the threshold of
this
weirdness?
guy.
Like,
This guy.
Yeah.
but you trust Michael with your safety to handle it if it got weird.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he is waiting to always fight someone.
You think
Throw
he's ever
hands.
secretly hoping that somebody like escalates something?
Absolutely. I think on the daily. I think he's like, please, someone play with me. Like, I'm ready.
I'm want
ready.
so bad. Yeah. He's like, I want so bad for that. I said North Carolina has like a stand your ground law. Like
I just feel like if anyone knows him, knows he's like super nice. Like Mikey is the nicest guy.
Golden
he's such
retriever.
a servant spirit. But he is always waiting. He's always waiting. I don't care what he says. He'll be like, oh, that's not true. And I'm like,
don't play with me.
I can confirm it's true.
and I've asked him one time, there was a situation that happened. And I asked him, I said, Michael, if it would have came out like this person was in the wrong and you just went and you fought him and they were in the right. Like, what is that? He's like, yeah, I'm a really swing first, ask a question later kind of guy.
I believe that. I fully believe that. But that's another thing, though. It's because I grew up around a lot of really great men. Like, I have a bunch of people who are like my second dads. I was going over my list with my parents yesterday about who I would call in North Carolina if I needed help in DC. And I said, I'm going to call my dad first. And the second person I'm calling is, so-and-so. And my dad was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, he'll get it done, or he knows someone who can get it done. And I was like, and then I kept going with my more list. And I was like, yeah, I have a lot of really great male figures in my life who will just, who will mess somebody up if I need them to. And when I'm coming from something like, yes, thank you, Michael. When I'm coming from somebody like something like that, like it's almost like I'm not going to disrespect them by putting up with something.
Exactly.
Because I feel like it's disrespecting the men that have treated me well and that have like raised me like a daughter or like a younger sister.
Right.
I feel like me receiving undue like male abuse, for lack of a better word, is taking what they showed me and what they offered me and not doing it justice and not appreciating what they showed me.
Right.
And so that's, I think, what's raised my standard and lowered my dating, because that's really what it is. We aren't doing this. Did you guys happen to see that this article by Vogue came out and was called "Having a Boyfriend is Embarrassing"? Have you guys seen that?
No.
Okay, well, basically now, this article, I read some of it and didn't read all of it because I'm not like a Vogue person. I know, shocking. But I was reading it and I was going to interpret the title as in having a boyfriend is embarrassing, like get married. Like, why would you string along like a boyfriend? Like, why would you do that? Like, get married. But they were saying dating in the first place is embarrassing because why would you ever like go out and show somebody like love and be vulnerable with that person? And so I feel like that's our culture, like kind of in a nutshell.
Wow.
Is that some of us will have kids with somebody but won't get married because that's too much of a commitment.
It's crazy.
It's true.
But it's true.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot
It's
of
true.
it. It's true.
Too much of a commitment. Too much, and then you'll have like a boyfriend for 15 years.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I want someone who wants to give me that commitment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very important. And I was thinking, with everything you guys are saying and what you're looking for, there are guys out there that are looking for the same thing. So just keep that in mind. I don't know where they are. We're going to find them and bring them on the show at some point.
Yeah.
I'm going to find these abstinent, God-loving, non-porn watching, at least 5'10", maybe 6 foot. I don't know how tall they are.
No, he has to be taller than me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Okay, so we need 5'11".
He just has to be taller than me, which is not hard because I'm 5'5".
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
you're 5'5". That's like the entire population of the world.
So 5'6" to above.
To go above, yeah.
I was like,
Um,
no.
People, they are out there. I think they are. You don't see them that much anymore, but you don't see. No offense, you don't see a Julia and a Kristen very often either. So
Oh, is that
as
like a
hard as
compliment?
as
Look at
hard
her.
as it is to find a Julia and a Kristen, it's going to be that hard to find a.
Non-porn watching.
Well, I was going to pick some names, and I was like, what name should I go with? Like a Peter and a Paul. Like, what am I going to go with?
It's difficult to find. Like, you could have just said a Michael. Should have just said a
Yeah.
husband. You can
It
reference your
is. It's
husband.
difficult to find a Michael. Now, keep in mind, I met Michael when Michael was 19. I was
When
17.
Michael was not Michael right
Michael
now.
was not Michael.
Okay.
And I've met a few guys who, have said like, I want a Madison. They've told Michael that, and I straight up told them, if you want a Madison, you have to be a Michael. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get a Madison because I would never put up with you,
Mhm.
not in a moment. So they are out there, and they're just as frustrated, I'm sure, as you are, and in prayer.
Yeah.
I hope.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
So there's just one thing that I want to share for us that I felt like, the Lord said to me years ago. And it has helped me with this limited dating pool to navigate through that. And then I want to end, if you have any pearls of wisdom to share with us, I want to end like that. But I do want to say this. A long time ago, I was driving from my house in the mountains to come visit my family. And out of the blue, I heard the Lord say, I only have one for you. And I was like, and I was thinking about that. And I was touched by him saying that, but then I started doing some math, and I was like, at the time, there were 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
And God said, I have one for you. It's a lot of people to wade through.
And now there's 8 billion. So
Now there's 8 billion to get to the one. And I'm not saying that to say, like, I'm not a what is it called? A soulmate person.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those kinds of people. But I felt like the Lord was saying, the kind of man that I have for you is rare. He's what is it called? A remnant. He's a part of a remnant.
Yeah.
So the fact that we are wading through all of these different kinds of men who aren't it is because the Lord has his best for us. And that's just going to take time. And I'm willing to wait for the Lord's best. So, let that be an encouragement that like they might not have found us yet. But I do believe that if the Lord has given us that word, that he has that for us, that he'll be faithful to do it. It's just a matter of when, and it's a matter of us positioning ourselves, to be found, but also to be wife material. There's a lot of stuff that we can be doing in our singleness, which we should probably do an episode on things you should be doing in your singleness to prepare for your marriage, so that not only is he the man that we're asking for, but we are the wife he deserves.
Absolutely.
And so, that's kind of where I live with that, and just holding on to what the Lord said to me, that I only have one for you. And I'm okay with that. And if I'm 85 years old when he shows up, then it'll be the best 5 years of our lives.
You want to be here for 90 years?
Well, my grandmother's 96, so, and she's still like living her best life, so I'm probably gonna be 112. But yeah, so anyway, that's my last point. I want to give you a chance to share any last points, but I do want to hear some
pearls of
wisdom from you.
I think that everything you guys said is valid, everything that you're saying, and I think you should keep your standards, but don't be overly critical of the little things. So I know we had spoke at one point about, being attracted to your husband. I think it's so important that you're attractive, but don't be overcritical. Young men, there are some things they don't know how to do very well without a woman. I just want to be honest. They cannot dress themselves.
Oh, Lord.
And if they don't dress well, that's okay. We can fix it.
Amen.
My husband wore girl jeans when I met him. Okay. We can fix it. They don't always have the best this thing, whatever, just don't be overcritical, because there are some things that women do and bring to the table that elevate a man.
Girlfriend era, I've been told.
Yes. There are some things that happen that elevate a man. At one point, Michael didn't even know his pant size. You know why? I dress him like a little doll. But just stand on your values and what matters, those things that matter. And then don't be overcritical on the things that that bringing you into the picture is going to bring him up to that standard that you're wanting, because that some of those things may not be there. He may look like a complete dweeb. That's okay. We can make him something else. He may have 15,000 piercings. We can take him out. Talking from experience. But
we're sorry, Mike.
But what I'm saying is, don't be overly critical of
the little
things, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, let me go find someone who meets this perfect mold, and I'm immediately oh, they are so handsome, this is gonna be the person. Because I think that when I first met my husband, off the bat, I wasn't like, oh man, give me that man, that's the one. I was like, he's attractive, but he's grown into what I'm attracted to. I've worked on him, is what I should say. And he's worked on me. But there are things that we both elevate about each other. And they're just not going to be there until they have that wife. They're the perfect helper.
So what you're saying is I can fix him only applies to superficial attributes.
No. Well, somewhat. What I'm saying is, if the core value is they have to be Christian, that is you cannot fix that. Yeah. Honestly, you cannot fix that. Don't date someone saying, oh, well, I'm going to bring him to Jesus. No. And where you guys are in life, you can't. You shouldn't be the spiritual leader from the start. So you're going to have to find, they're out there. You have to find someone who is just as driven in the Lord as you are. But don't be surprised if the person that wears plaid pants and a striped shirt.
I like plaid, whatever this is. This is plaid-ish. Plaid adjacent in the plaid family.
Yeah. But you don't have on striped pants.
Okay, we can fix that for the next episode. I'm just kidding. I feel like we could talk about this for years, because there's so much material. But I would just say, just don't lower your standards. We don't have to. We live in an age where we don't have to lower our standards. And I feel like there is somebody out there. I know that for me, there's somebody out there. I know for Julia, there's somebody out there as far as if that person is going to magically appear in before my eyes and manifest and knock on my door and just like from heaven, God himself. I highly doubt that. But I love people. I'm outgoing. And that's really all that I can be and all I can do. And I trust God that he's going to have to take care of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all that you can do when you are single and you are a Christian, is just trust that God, we trust him with every area of our life. We trust him for our job. We trust him for our housing. We trust him for our food and our clothing, our shelter, our friends. And we freak out because we don't think God can provide us our spouse.
Right.
But he provides everything. So, of course, he's going to provide us that.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing, I promise, is that I had to get okay with the fact that if God doesn't ever send me my husband, that God is still enough.
Yeah. Mm.
He's enough. And I can say that. Doesn't mean that sometimes I'm not like, okay, God, where's my husband? But I really mean that. God is enough. And here's a hard thing that a lot of singles don't want to hear. He has not necessarily promised us marriage.
Yeah.
But he has promised that he would always be with us.
Mm. Yeah.
I do think that there are certain people who are called to singleness. I think that scripture backs that up. But I know that he's available to all of us. So even if he never shows up, I had to get to a point where I was like, God is enough. And I mean that. God is enough. If he never shows up, God is enough.
Amen. I second that.
All right. I think that's a good place to end.
Me too.
All right, guys. Until next time.
See ya.